applause, please. Thank you so much. I am Stella B. I'm your host for today. And our first presentation is going to be run by Cheryl McLeod. She is Vice President of Lewisham Trade Union. She is also a part of Lewisham Housing Forum as well. And she's involved very much so in the education system, in education reform in the Lewisham area. But here today she's going to talk to us about the Catford against cleansing. Social cleansing. And we all know about the gentrification that's been going on, right? We see it all around us in Brixton, we see it everywhere. Peckham.
Stop it, you. That's my line.
Sorry. Well, we know what it's about, so we want to give her a big African strong welcome to Cheryl McLeod.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I've got a voice of an angel, honestly.
Do you want it on?
It's right in my eye.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Do you want to put it on afterwards? Do you want to talk first and then put it on?
Yeah, no. Is it right if I stand here? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Can we, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good to see my cousin there. So welcome. And thank you for the greetings here as well, Stella. Right, firstly I want to talk about why I actually went ahead and was trying to figure out what was going on in Catford. As Stella quite rightly said, the changes that I've seen within Deptford. I used to go to a crib on a Friday night. Seeing the changes in Lewisham, which needs definitely needs an investigation, independent investigation down there, because there's no social housing down there whatsoever, and the high-rise blocks that they put up in there. Seeing what's happened over in Peckham, I'm moving slowly up to Brixton. I can't believe it. I feel like when I do come up here, it's like a different entity. I'm coming in a different plane completely. Because the changes that I've seen within these boroughs is just too much. So when I got wind of what was happening in Catford in terms of they wanted to do a regeneration programme, this was about 2 years ago, but I campaigned hard, more fully, more hard. I went stronger on it, say from about March last year. When I did hear about what was going on, I said, this is not going to, there's no way am I going to be complaining, okay, and say, oh, look what they've done, they put this there and put that there, and I haven't actually tried to do something about it and make sure that I'm present, and they've seen it all the time. So this is why I made sure that I was part of, I led with the Catford Against Social Cleansing. So also I wanted to make sure that we give our people, okay, and when I say our people, you're going to see what I mean by that when I go through the slides. Our people a voice and make them understand what is going on. It's literally to wake them up and to keep them awake. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? Because we keep saying that politics, oh, I don't care about politics, but you know what? Politics is in all of us, no matter what, because it's affecting us day by day. Okay, and if we're not in there, making sure that we're part of that. Okay, making sure that we don't have to be doing what they say that we have to do, but make sure that if we see something that's not right, we step up. Okay, and that's what we need to be doing, and taking notice of what's going on. Yeah. So, Shaka, do you want to start with? So I just want to introduce you to Shaka as well. Shaka's been my backbone in all of my campaigns, what I've been doing. So I'm bringing you around the world as well. Alright? So it's just basically, what I wanted to do was to fight against the social cleansing of African and African Caribbean people. Do you want to start? African and African Caribbean people within Catford. and also to put pressure onto Lewisham Council, the Mayor and the councillors and the MPs as well, to let them know that, you know what, we're here and we're not going nowhere without something being said. We also want to ensure that there's 50%, at least 50% of social rented homes, because what they're developing now, it's not for us. It's not for us. They keep on saying affordable housing. I'm going to get to you in a minute. They keep on saying affordable housing, but these houses we can't afford. You've got to be at least on 60,000, yeah? 60,000 to actually say that, yeah, you're able to rent one of these places, okay? So, and I know already, within Lewisham Borough, the average wage is 21,000. So that's saying to you already, all right, what's going to happen. Yeah, they don't want our type of people down there, okay? So, where do they? They want you over in Leeds, Dorset, those sort of areas. That's where they want you to be, because that's where you'll be able to afford to go to.
And separate as well. They don't want
Yeah.
you commuted. They want you dotted around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your social networks and everything, your families, you won't be able to live where you know your grandchildren won't be able to come and say, yeah, oh, grandma lives down the road. That ain't happening. Grandma lives 500 miles away now. You understand me?
Totally.
Yeah? So these are the things that we've got to take into consideration. When people see me, they say, oh my God, there's a well, they say a black woman doing this. Alright? I don't get paid for none of this, you know. Alright? I do this literally every day. Every day I'm doing this. Alright? And when I'm saying I'm doing this every day, that means I'm going to the council committee meetings as well. So they see my face. Alright? I have to do presentations in front of them as well. In front of the mayor and his cabinet then. You understand what I'm saying to you?
We're with you,
Yeah?
sister.
Sorry?
We're with you.
The ancestors are with you.
Thank you. So, you know, it's a thing where it's not that I have to do it, it's because I want to do it. As I always say to people, I've got my own home. I'm alright. But I don't like to pull up the ladder. I've got to think about the people that's coming up, yeah, behind me. And when I say the people coming up, I'm talking about the next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm talking about the next generation, and that's who we have to think about. Okay? So when they talk about, saying about public health, what should we do? We need more community centres, we need, what else do we need? What else do we need? More youth centres, you know, we need families to be taking more responsibility, parents taking more responsibility. You know what? You know where it first starts from?
Home.
Absolutely. So housing and food is a hierarchy of need. Yeah? That's Maslow. This is a colonizer that's saying this to us. Alright? Okay? Food and shelter. So if they haven't got that, how do you expect everything else to fall into place? We are going to have these problems. We haven't got any communities anymore. We haven't got any communities anymore. As I was just saying, I used to go to Crick, yeah? Lewisham Boys Club.
Co-op.
Moonshot.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Every even when I'm going up into Brockley on a Saturday night, I could say, right, there's a party going on here, there and everywhere.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? I didn't need to go to no clubs, because that was a community. You ain't even got that no more. We have not got that anymore, because they're making sure that they break that down. Sorry, Sister June, you wanted to say something? Sorry, I'm just conscious of this lady. You did say something
I
to me.
just wanted to know, where are those people now? Because you said there's no social housing in Bush.
That's correct. Yeah, no, in the Lewisham, yeah, in Lewisham Central, yeah.
What happened?
So they've basically moved them out of the area. Those people have been moved out of the area. Oh, they haven't been placed. Yeah.
They have been scattered.
They've been
Yeah,
scattered.
literally.
Okay, we've got 10,000 on the waiting list in Lucian. It must be even higher now. Yeah? And then we've got temporary accommodation, people in temporary accommodation. That's about 2,000. Yeah? The hidden homeless, I call it. Yeah? Because they haven't got a home.
So should we ask questions after or
Preferably
after,
yeah. The map's getting dry already. Okay, do you want to move on to the next slide, Cheryl? So this is, so I'm going to have a few slides in place as well, where it's going to be videos of who, when people have been asking me questions. So they're not very long, they're just like little snippets, okay? So if you just,
So I'm interviewing you now. Well, what's the question? I was just asking, we're really worried that what it looks like is happening with Errol's house is they're just like letting people live there and eventually build some. So how does that fit in with what you know?
well, this is exactly what they've done to Milford Towers. They've rented it out as temporary accommodation to Notting Hill Housing Trust. So what's going to happen? Can you hear? Yeah, do you want to pay it? Those people, they've moved out all the council tenants, so they've moved them across the borough already, and they put temporary accommodation in there. So when they're ready, they're going to knock that down, and they are going to be making, they said, improvements. We don't know what sort of improvements it's going to be, how much units are going to be there, because it's 274. They're saying that it's going to be generally affordable housing. We don't want that. We want actual council housing to be replaced there. At least 1 and 2 needs to be replaced there. And this is what we're finding. Within Lucian, they're continuously just sucking up to the developers. And they're just forgetting who they're actually being, people's being voted them into Lucian, what they actually wanted. You know, so this is what they've said they're going to build 2,500 homes. That's fine, but how much is it going to be for us? How much is it going to be for the people that can go to it now? There's 10,000 people on the waiting list, okay? Within Lucian, 10,000 people. And they haven't actually said, okay, we're going to allocate at least 2,500 to those people that's on the waiting list. We've got, you know, I'm okay. I've got my home. But I've got to think about people that are like my grandchildren, my and other people's children that are coming up. I've got to think about the next generation. I can't just sit back and say, I'm all right, Jay. See, so I have to make sure. So, what I was talking. Do you want me to have the mic again?
No, you did.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my. I played myself. Yeah. Oh, I played myself. Yeah. Okay. So, hold on a minute. So, what I was actually talking about there was the Milford Towers. So, Milford Towers have 276 units. Okay, and that's who they literally want to demolish that estate and the Catford Town Centre. So they're planning, when I say they, Lucian Council, the Housing Cabinet member and the Director of Regeneration for Lucian are planning to do 1,500 homes within that particular facility. And what I keep on asking them is, how much is council? And nobody can get back to me. Nobody can get back to me, yeah? So, Lucian have also got a PR company called Team Catford. And they basically go around, do like consultations and say how wonderful this new housing development is going to be and so forth. And one of the things I said, you know what, let me take a look, because I was like an accidental thing to this. So when I went there, and I was speaking to the manager of Team Catford, And she says to me, I goes to her, so what's happening to those people in Milford Towers then? What's going to happen? Oh, it's only single men living there. Less desirable type of people, you know, kind of like the druggies and the alkies are living there. So nah. So I said, really? So, do you know what I've done for that whole week? Me and 3 other comrades, we went round the 276 units, and what did we find? Families.
Yeah.
Families was in there. So, okay, so you're trying to put me off the scent. That ain't gonna happen. So from then, I said, right, that's it. We're going to be mounting campaigns around this. Yeah? So this is what they tried to do. They tried to give you these politricks. Yeah? But you have to make sure that you find that for yourself. If something's saying to you, this don't sound right, you have to make sure you follow it up. Because these people, they'll tell you anything. Alright? She knows me very well now. She's always trying to invite me to her meetings and all the rest of it. She also wanted me to be on one of her committees, and she was like, oh yeah, and there was somebody that was looking at this before they wrote an article on the Catford regeneration, and yeah, you know what, they got a job out of it. I said, oh is it? I goes, you know what, I'm okay, I'm fine, I don't need no job out of this. Okay.
So to shut you up, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was to keep me quiet.
Yeah.
It's to keep me quiet. They've tried everything. Okay, I'm also a Labour Party member. Alright? But let me tell you something. They expelled me from the party. Alright, in March. They expelled me. And you know what? I said, I ain't having none of this because I know exactly where they was coming from. I knew exactly because they wanted to keep their thought that if I'm out of it, that will keep me quiet. But you know what? I was back in within 6 weeks. They was all surprised. And as I always say, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They didn't realise that I had so much people that was high up that will say, no, this is not happening. You understand me? And it was a Lord Kennedy that came after me. You understand? So this tells you how deep, and it's all about money. It's all about money. Right? $500 million. Alright, so they would want to shut me up. Yeah? So, with that, should we say where African and Caribbean people live? As you can see, 348 local authorities in England and Wales at the time of the 2011 census, half of the African Caribbean population lived in 13 of them. And can anybody tell me where they think that the highest concentration of African and African Caribbean people are? Can anybody tell me? It's not. And it's not, no, you're wrong. No? Absolutely. Oh, gosh, I haven't got a sweet to give you. I'm sorry. You got to give her one for me. Thank you. Absolutely. They're the highest, right? Within England, not the boroughs, within England. Who comes second? It's Croydon. Who's third? Lewisham. Lewisham is third. Not Lambeth. Lewisham. So, with that, it just says to you what I'm saying about social cleansing. I'm going to be getting on to also environmental racism as well. Because with these regenerations comes, see, these are statistics. Thank you, Shaka. Yeah, that's us. All right, and this. We haven't made this up. This was this came out the 26th of June this year. So this told you how much of us and how up to date this is. Yeah. So, when I say environmental racism, we know what's going on with the environment, okay? More of our children are having asthma attacks and so forth. It's because of what these developments are doing, what these construction companies are doing, and what they're bringing in, okay? I'm just going to read something off of my phone. Sorry, Shaq, I didn't give you this to put on the slide. I should have actually, but it's been one of them days. Just bear with me 1 second. So the construction industry consumes almost all the planet's cement. 26% of aluminium output, 50% of steel production, and 25% of all plastics. That's what they have, okay? Because of the way it gobbles up all the energy and resources, the industry's carbon emissions are sky high. While the UK construction industry has much to be proud of, it produces no less than 30 to 40% of the country's total emissions. As the government's chief environmental scientist, Ian Boyd, has said, of our current economic system, emissions are a symptom of combustion, and unless we reduce the combustion, we will not reduce the emissions. So therefore, it sounds like a lot, but this is where it affects us, because as I've said to you, this is where we're concentrated, and this is where we're going to be more effective, because of how they're building up these developments. Yeah? I always advocate, we do need improvements. I always welcome improvements. But who's these improvements for? Yeah? How are we going to benefit? So I always say, why don't we have retrofits? Okay? When I say retrofit or infills, that means basically just enhancing what we've already got. It's less dangerous to us, friendly for the environment. It's not going to be harming our children. Because that's who we've got to think about, is our children. So this is what we have to be advocating for, not for redevelopment. Because it is, as I said, it is much environmentally friendly for us. So there's my environmental racism on what I think needs to be changed and how we move forward. And you know, as I always say, if you've got a complaint, I always want to see you with a solution. And that's my solution. This is what you can do. But I don't want to do that. I just want to pull down everything. Pull it all down. Yeah? Muck up all the communities, the so-called communities that we've had. I've seen what they've done in New Cross. Okay? The Milton Court estate, because I used to live on that estate. Alright? And I'll tell you something. I couldn't believe what they was doing. They literally, which is welcoming. This is one thing Lucian got right. So what they've done, they've cut off the balcony, the connections to the balconies. Okay? Added more housing in there, and still kept the maisonettes and the tower blocks that was there already. So it can be done. So why are you not doing it, Lucian? Because you know what? You don't want us down there. You want to cleanse us out of the area. That's what you want to do. Sorry, every time it really just gets to me every time when I think about what's going on with these people and what they're doing.
Well, they probably want to burn it down like they did Grenfell.
Absolutely.
With people in it alive.
Yeah, that's right. So, who actually needs these social rented homes? You think it's more of the colonisers will need them more?
No.
It's us.
Yeah.
The highest percentage is 47% for Africans. And the reason why I've changed the wording on there, this is what we've lifted off of the survey, why it's got. So I don't like to say black this and black that. I like to let people know exactly where I come from, yeah, where I originated from. Okay. So this who needs it more. Us. And this is why I'm saying we need to be awake and keep staying awake, because it's affecting us no matter what. We're going about our day-to-day business thinking, yeah, everything's okay, these people are looking out for us. They ain't. They ain't. The things that they are doing, especially within that borough. And I will come on, I also do, as Stella said, I do education, but I'm also on another fight now with the Calabash Centre. Yeah? So I'm doing that as well for the elders. Because they're just attacking us, left, right and centre. And none of us are standing up and saying, you know what, we ain't having this. We're not having this at all. Let me tell you something. When we was at the council, sorry I'm digressing, but I'll have to put this in. When we was at that protest last week, Sister Jean, let me tell you something. What I got to understand, the mayor of Lewisham was not happy. He said he felt ashamed. Yeah, he felt ashamed. But you know what?
What was he done about it?
What?
Because we brought it to his home, innit? And what happened was,
Ashamed.
yeah, exactly. And I say, you know what? And that means that I say I've done my work.
Yes.
Because it was a Labour Party conference. So we had the councillors, the mayor, and the MPs. One of whom I must say is I'm gonna call this woman a black woman because she's not for us. Yeah, she's an MP. Her name's Janet Darby. Yeah, and it's in her constituency where this is happening. Okay, so with all of that, and it also had the Mayor of London was coming down. Yeah, was coming down to this conference, but they knew that it was something to do with me because I'm a Labour Party member, innit? And what? I don't care.
Well,
I don't
you do
care.
actually. That's why you're doing all this, because
Yeah.
you care.
Yeah, oh, thank you. But I'm saying I don't care about what they think.
Right.
Because you already tried to mount your thing on me and it didn't work. You understand? So I know so that I'm protected.
Yeah.
I know so that I'm protected. Yeah? So these are the things that keeps on happening within Lewisham Council, and we as African and African Caribbean people are not standing up enough. We're letting these people ride over us. Why? Why? Why are we doing this?
Just
No, we
complacent.
have to stand up.
Just complacent.
Yeah. It just gets to me. It gets to me. So what I tried to do as well, Shaka and two other people, which is colonisers by the way, but yeah, you need to help because you know what, you're part of this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? You're part of this. So for me, alright, when we do our stall, we're getting people around our stall and it's African Caribbean people and they're saying, we didn't know this was going on. But I'm saying, yeah, they've said that they've consulted with you. No, but we didn't know. I'm saying, okay.
That's the same trick they use all
All
over.
the
Sorry to
time.
interrupt you.
No,
it's the
it's
same
fine.
in Brent.
Yeah.
The same in Bridge Park.
That's right.
We had a capacity of about 1,500 people. And of course, you know, Dawn,
Yes.
the black MP,
Absolutely.
was saying, oh, well, you know, survey was sent out and only 50 came back from the entire community.
Yeah, well
right?
done, Dawn.
Now, there was over 1,500 people there. Sorry to...
No.
I feel your passion.
Yeah.
And I share your passion,
Thank
actually.
you.
Okay, but what happened? You
Yeah.
know, a lot happened because we came out in unison,
Absolutely.
in numbers. They had to listen, took the people to court,
That's
and
right.
we won the first round. Okay?
I know, I was
and
there.
It's an ongoing process.
Yes, I was there. I made sure. Okay, that's what, and I still spread the message. I had my leaflets about Catford against social cleansing. Okay, because that's why Shaka and I were all length and breadth of this country. Okay, letting people know what's happening in Catford. We've also got our petition. Okay, which we get people to sign. Anywhere we go, we make sure, even if it's 2 signatures, it's 2 more than we had last time. Yeah? So no, definitely, we're always there. We're always there. So, Tom again. Do you want to just move? Oh, okay, go for it, Shaka. today in regards to the £6,000 business rates increase, which is going to take place within Catford. This is part of a social cleansing exercise by Lewisham Council. They're going to be doing their regeneration programme. They haven't actually done the full plans yet. The master plans haven't come to light yet, but we are waiting. We've also got information that there is from their own auditors, Massards, accountants have said that this regeneration programme by Catford Regeneration Limited Partners are not doing the right job. They've got the lowest governance of all, which is one. How can that be? How can they actually think that we're going to be stupid and let this carry on without having a voice in this area? We need to have a plan. If it's a plan, it's not only going to be for Milford Towers, but also for the surrounding area within Catford.
And so what's the point of today's protest?
Well, it's about we're saying no to the business rates, right? This is a community. And in regards to that, we're here to support the small business owners as well as trying to make sure that we have some social housing, not affordable housing, or generally affordable housing, but social housing in this area. So we are not social housing in this area. Right, so this is the next thing. Right, so this is what happens when we go into the council, okay? They was talking about the Catford regeneration and other little items they had on the agenda. But also within Lewisham we had a CEO named Ian Thomas, who was literally booted out from Lewisham. The reason why I'm mentioning this gentleman, so I'm not for the bosses of some trade union, yeah? But this man was uncovering so much within the borough, they didn't realise that he was going to be this much effect on it, okay? And they're finding out all the financial stuff as well, alright? So this is one of the council meeting. This is the mayor and full council. Okay. So just want to play it, Shaka. It's not a long thing.
You can use the other mic if you want. This one.
Oh, sorry, it's a bit low. So there's a woman that's... Thank you. So there's a woman that's there, this woman here. So she's the chair of the council, okay? And just please listen to what this woman, how she's addressing us, okay? What kind of respect these people have for us.
Standing up, and so when I stand up, everybody sits down and shuts up.
Yeah, the police was called to remove us. So I said, yeah, that's fine. But always, oh God, better get your mic. Told you I've got a voice of an angel. So the council, the security, they all know me. They say hello to me because they know me by my first name. They know what I'm about. I don't take no rubbish. Okay? None whatsoever. So this is the proposal of what they want to do within Catford. And these are the houses that they want to do, because they literally, the manager of the team Catford, she invited me. She wanted to get my opinion. Exactly. So we descended on 10 o'clock one morning, didn't we? One Saturday morning. And this is what they're proposing. So these are all flats up here. And houses, flats here. And I was like looking at it, and I was like, what the hell? I do want social housing, but you're not going to be putting people like that. We're sitting on top of each other. Is that what you want to do? Stack them in and pile them up high? No, you have to come better than that. Yeah?
I believe there's another agenda when they do that.
Yeah.
Because you know, like they've got the door one way to go in and they can lock it.
Door.
So when everybody's in there, they can lock that and you won't be able to get out.
Exactly. That's right.
So I believe there's another agenda later on.
Yeah, of course there is.
Because all the flats now have got the doors that you have to have a fob to get in or one key to get in.
Yeah.
When they're ready for lock that and lock you in,
That's it.
what happens?
You're
Then set
stuck.
fire to it?
Oh yes.
You're stuck. So this is what they want to do. So this is their proposal of the regeneration area. Okay, that's around Catford Road, Ladywell Fields. So that was the regeneration thing. And this is where they're going to be concentrating on. So they've already done this already, the Greyhound, Catford Greyhound. And this is our blueprint of how we don't want Catford to be. Because you want to see how social tenants are being treated in this place. Because Shopper and I went around there and had a meeting with the tenants around there. It's absolutely appalling how they've been treated. So this is the blueprint of how we don't want Catford. Right, so this is the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. So this one, this is where I was speaking to the mayor and his cabinet, okay? Because as I say, I don't just speak to myself. I go to them and I'll speak. Whether they want to take it on board or not is another thing, but they know my name. Yeah? Hopefully you can hear it okay.
David, I appreciate that it's been a terrible and quite awful couple of months for you whilst you've been in cabinet and so forth. All of us who into the second, and also to the old tribal gardens to us. I'm raising this question as a concerned resident of the borough. The council's internal accountancy audit of Catford Regeneration Partnership Limited, which has only 2 directors and is also holding a purse, a public one, 500 million of taxpayers' money, and moreover it received the lowest governance possible, which is level 1. So please can you advise how Lucian is going to move forward in regards to the financial due diligence on this company and on the Catford Regeneration?
Okay. So with that, this is what I and some of my colleagues do in terms of what we do within Lewisham and in Catford, because we're also, when we're covering, I tried not to look at you, but you're right. So this is what we're doing in Lewisham, Lewisham Borough, because we do go all around the borough. We don't just focus just on Catford, the Catford Regeneration. We've also given you leaflets regarding Besson Street, which is in Deptford, where they've demolished 69 council homes, and they're not prepared, it seems, to build the council homes back like for like. They're not going to be doing that. So they're going to be cleansing them out there. But I've given you the leaflet so you can have a look at that. So on that note, I'm going to be finished. But have you got any questions that you want to ask me at all? Where's that man that was there? He's gone.
People outside.
With that demolition, these people, I would assume, are placed in temporary housing, perhaps bed and breakfast, never to be rehoused probably, or shipped out across the country, away from friends, family, etc., I would imagine.
Yeah. So with that, what we the assistant in. So with that, what they do, they don't put them in a temporary accommodation. What they try to do, they do say, yeah, we've got a home for you, and this is what's come up. They will start doing bidding because they're council tenants, so they've got to bid for council property again. So that's where they're still, because they've got their short hold tenancy. So what they will do, they will start bidding for properties, but the properties won't be within the area. Usually it's outside of the area. So what Catford Against Social Cleansing of asks, any time when they're doing this, all right, when they're displacing people from those homes, okay, of where they're going to be doing the development, we want them to have a right to return.
Right.
Okay, so therefore they're not just shipped out somewhere else. No, they can come back when that place is done.
They shouldn't have to bid.
Yeah. Well, this is what they do because people don't know. People are not aware of what their rights are, and this is why we have to keep on doing these things to make sure that people are aware. If you are going to do that, let's have a right to return to our home. Right. When they see that they're doing all these ballots now, because they've got to do the ballots now, okay, because of Sadiq Khan, right? So they will say to you, do you want to have this place done, yes or no? For me, that's not telling me that much. Because if you say no, what does that mean? Are you going to keep the area, are you going to make that place run down? Are you going to run it down? Or are you going to actually fix it up? Because we did say no. So these are the things that they need to expand on when they're doing the ballots. Anybody else?
No, there were a big crowd at Catford Town Hall. What was it about?
Sorry, say this again.
There was a big crowd at Catford. A big crowd at Catford Town Hall twice this week. Do you know what it was about? People were queuing up to go past there, but don't know what it was about.
Well, it wasn't about housing. I know that there's been there's been things going on in regards to the Calabash Centre.
Oh yes, I know they had a demonstration.
And also yes, the boundaries. Yes, there's going to be wall boundary changes as well. Thanks, Shopper. Within Lewisham, so they're going to change the landscape. Yeah, again. So yeah. Anybody else? Anybody got a pressing question? Oh, okay.
I'm not really.
Sorry. Wait till the mic comes to you.
I'm just passing through listening to you, and if I should say, I am gathering that the cleansing that is happening is as a result of affordability. Affordability.
Yeah.
So it's all boiled down to economics.
Money.
All right. So I think that is why I am here. Because at the end of the day, as the Bible says, money answereth all things. And I always quote Minister Fuller that says, never fight the existent reality, but never fight to change the existent reality. For you to change something, you need to create a new model. And most of the time, we keep fighting the existent reality rather than put our heads together to create a new model. And so I hope by today I'll be able to touch on that new model so we can begin to think as a people, how can we come together to solve our own problems?
Thank you. Yes, and yeah, that's true, and that puts me on to the Garvey village, because somebody not too far away from me had a vision about the Garvey village and about what it was going to be for us. Something about us, for us. And you know what? When I did see that vision, I said, I'm having a piece of that, because, you know, it's in Catford. And I like to put my money where my mouth is and do what I can do. Okay? I ain't rich or whatever, but I'm rich with love and caring. Okay? And if it means to uplift our people and also inform our people of what's going on, absolutely, I'm going to be there 100%. Okay? And I will support anything what's going to be empowering our people and giving us a space.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cheryl McLeod. Everybody, please keep the round of applause going. Thank you so much. A very, very important sister in our midst. Thank you, Shaka, as well, for your support today. And yes, Mr. Abundance, it does really move smoothly into the next presentation, but I will take, I think, 5 minutes for us to just digest everything that we've just been talking about. I don't know if you all want to stretch your legs for 5 minutes and then come back, and we're going to have a presentation on the billion coin. Okay? This is all about action, right? So we know that there is a problem economically. We know that we can be shoved around because we're not powerfully economically. So what about the people that are finding some solutions to that aspect of it? Okay. Thank you.